What if I told you that you could make your designs literally fall into place with gravity in just a few clicks inside Affinity? No keyframes, no manual animation, just one magic script. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to install and use this script to add real gravity animation to your Affinity designs right inside the app. Let's get into it. So first of all, as you can see here, I've already opened the Affinity app. Next, I'll just go ahead and open the Finder window right here. And I have already prepared a gravity animation project file right here. So I'll just go ahead and double click this gravity animation project file to open it. Next, let us go ahead and simply zoom out our artboard one. So to zoom out, I'll use the shortcut key of Command plus minus 2 times in order to zoom out like so. And next, if you are using Windows machine, you can also use the shortcut key of Control and minus in order to zoom out like so. And first of all, before applying the gravity animation, let us go ahead and check out our layers panel that we have right here. So inside of the layers panel, we have different elements here, starting with the background layer. So on top of background layer, we have this image of a rock, and on top of the image of the rock, we have the text layer called leap of faith, which is this particular text that we have. And this is editable right now. And next layer that we have is the floor path layer. So if I zoom in, you'll see that we have this simple plain path on top of the rock called floor layer, which we need for this particular gravity animation. So I strongly urge you to create a floor path of your preference before applying this gravity animation. So to create a floor path, we can simply select a pen tool, and if you are intimidated by using this pen tool, then don't be, because we are just creating simple path for this gravity animation. And we can just go ahead and point click right here, and point click right here, and point click, point click, point click, point click, point click, point click, and then we need to complete the entire path at the end right here. So I'll just go ahead and delete this particular line layer that demonstrated on how to create the path on top of this rock. So you can create any type of path as per your preference by using the pen tool. And I'll just go ahead and delete this line path from the layers panel. Next, to apply the gravity animation, we also need to create our text layers. So to create the text layer, let us select the leap of faith text layer inside of the layers panel, and then first of all make a copy of it by using shortcut key of Command plus J or Control plus J if you're using Windows. And I'll just go ahead and click and drag this particular layer on top of the floor layer like so. And next, I'll just toggle the visibility of leap to faith text to off, and I'll work on the copy that we have just created right here. So first of all, let us fit the view of our artboard to screen. So in order to fit the view to the screen, I'll just use the shortcut key of Command plus 0. And if you're using Windows, you can use the shortcut key of Control plus 0. In this way, we can get the overall view of all the elements inside of the artboard. Next, let us go ahead and first of all select the move tool. So to select the move tool, I'll use the shortcut key of V, and you can see that the move tool is selected right here inside of our toolbar. And next, now before applying the gravity animation to the text, first of all, it is very much necessary that we convert our text layer to curves. So to convert the text layer to curves, let us just go ahead and right click on the text right here, and it will give us a lot of options here. So let us go ahead and select convert to curves option from here, and this basically converts this text to curves now. And if we look inside of the layers panel, it has placed all of the character shapes inside of one individual group. Now, next we'll just go ahead and ungroup this group layer. So to ungroup this group layer, I will use the shortcut key of Command Shift and G in order to ungroup all of them. And you'll see that now we have all the individual character shapes right here inside of the layers panel. And similarly, If you're using Windows, then you can use the shortcut key of Control Shift and G similarly. And now let us go ahead and first of all install the most essential gravity animation script first in order to apply the gravity animation. So for that, let us navigate to the top and select the Windows menu. After selecting the Windows menu, let us go into General and then select the option called Scripts first. And first of all, if you haven't created any category inside of the scripts panel, then go ahead and create a category. I have already created the scripts category here by default, which will hold all the scripts that we installed inside of this container. So to create a category, you can just click on this particular icon and then select create new category. This will pop up a box that asks for the name of the script. We'll just go ahead and enter any name right here. And after entering any name of your preference, you can just go ahead and click on the OK button. Now this will add it as a script inside of the script panel. Since I've already created the script, I'll just go ahead and use this script. So I'll just uncollapse it first, and next we will just open the script manager for Affinity app. So if you want to know how to install this app, I have created a video dedicated for it. I'll link the video in the description as well as on the top left corner of this video. So go ahead and check out that video that teaches you how to install this particular script manager, which is one of the very handy tool if you are using Affinity to design your projects. Now let us go ahead and first of all go to the community tab here. Inside of the community tab, we need to search for the script called physics drop. So I'll simply type in the text called drop right here, and you can see that below we have this script called physics dropped. Let us go ahead and click on the install button first in order to install it. So I'll just go ahead and click on the install button, and now you can see that it has successfully installed it. And to verify, first we can just go to the my scripts tab inside of the library category, and you can see on the top that the physics drop script has been successfully installed and is activated right here, that is indicated with this green bar. Now let us go ahead and go back to our Affinity app, and to verify further, you can simply check this inside of the scripts category in the script panel below like so, where you'll find that there is physics drop script listed at the bottom, which indicates that it has been successfully installed. Now let us go ahead and similarly select the move tool first and then select every character shape that we have created from our layers panel. So I'll simply select the L first and then hold down the shift key and then select H at the top to select all the character shapes inside of the layers panel like so, which you can see here inside of artboard 1. Next, in order to apply the physics drop script, we'll just go ahead and simply click on the physics drop script like so, and this simply opens up a dialog box that asks for us to enter different settings right here. So first of all, I'll simply enter the settings for gravity of 700, and if you want to change the angle, you can also change it by changing the value of the angle right here, where the 0 indicates down and 90 indicates right. So as I am applying the gravity effect, I simply stick with the 0 value right here. Next, we have also the value for bounciness, and for the value of bounciness, I'll simply set the value to 52 for now, and for max duration, I'll leave the value as it is to 5. Now next, I'll just go ahead and check the box called export image sequence when settled. So this basically saves our animation frames inside of a new physics drop folder in the desktop. That is basically it will create a new physics drop folder inside of our desktop in our machine, and it will save each and every frame there so that we can use those image sequence inside of any editing software like DaVinci Resolve. Now let us go ahead and click on the OK button in order to apply our gravity physics drop animation. So as you can see here, as soon as I click on the OK button, you can see that all of the text are dropping on top of the floor path that we have created right here. So it will work accordingly to what kind of path you have created inside of the layers panel. So make sure that you are creating the floor path correctly as per your preference. And just a pro tip, you can also create the floor as a shape and convert it to curves and use it as well as the ground where the text falls, instead of just using the path as a floor. So now you can see that the physics drop is indicating that the animation has been completed, and inside of it you'll also notice that we can also replay the animation right here. So I'll just go ahead and change the value of the frame in order to replay the animation. So if I just go ahead and click and drag this, you'll see that the text are slowly starting to move back to their original positions inside of artboard 1 like so. So this is how we can also replay the animation like so. So the next thing is we have the setting called export image to sequence, which basically exports each of the individual frames of the animation inside of the new folder in our desktop. So for the format, I'll set the value as PNG, and what this basically does is it will save the frame from the start position of the text, which is this particular value. So it will save the frame from the frame rate of 0 to the frame rate that we are defining inside of the replay frame value. So for example, if I set the value of the frame to 74, it will save those frames inside of a new folder in desktop until this particular frame value of 74. So I hope you get the point here. So I'll just set the value to 74, or maybe I'll set the value to somewhere at, let's say, a minimum value of 14 for now, just to demonstrate. And if I click on the OK button, now you'll see that an error has occurred. So sometimes this happens, and what it basically does is it will create a new folder here inside of our desktop and save each frame of animation right there inside of the new folder. So this is how you can apply the physics drop animation to your designs in Affinity. So that's it. You now know how to add gravity animation to your Affinity designs using this script. Completely automated, no manual keyframing required. If this saved you time, drop a like and subscribe. I'm saving more tips like this to help you speed up your Affinity workflow. Got questions or want to see this script used on a different kind of design? Drop a comment below and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.